Yes. Welcome back to another City Xtra stream. Please allow my voice. It's a bit weird. It ain't the same voice today. We're back. We're back with transfer talk, which a lot of people always want to talk about. Forever and always, people want transfer conversations. So
we live and breathe for transfers, bro. We live and breathe for transfers. No one actually cares about trophies anymore, bro. It's just transfers,
who we're signing and what's happening next. You know what? You know what's funny? There's two things that are certain in life with City Xtra, and it's right from the chat, and it's everyone wants to talk about transfers is number one, and secondly, everyone wants to hate on Jack Grealish for a bit. They're the two certainties in life that we will have a conversation about Jack Grealish and we will speak about transfers. That's just always what happens.
That is it. We've got a big show for you today, guys. Make sure you drop in a like on the stream if you've not done so already. 200 people in the stream right now. Let's get those likes past. Let's get those likes past 100, guys. So make sure you hit that thumbs up button for us. Really helps the channel grow. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Got a lot of stuff still coming on today. We've got later on, we're going to go live at 7 o'clock, doing a stream there.
Yes.
Then we're up 7:45. We're going to be watching the Arsenal versus Newcastle game. That'll be, anyone can come in. It's going to be members only chat. If you want to get active in the chat, then link is in the description and the pinned comment there as well. Come and support the channel and get access to that. Also, John doesn't even know this because I've literally not even had time to tell him. This morning, I recorded a members video with Matisse, Chelsea fan.
No way, I didn't even know that. You didn't even tell me that.
It was a last minute sort of thing. So I did that this morning. That'll be going up later on today. And I also recorded opposition fan with him as well. So loads of stuff coming for you guys. I'm Dopa with a $20 donation.
Oh, yes, Dopa. That was loud, wasn't it? Jesus. Oh, yeah. That was not the appropriate for the super chat. Sorry, Dopa, mate.
Yeah, but off topic, but prayers for Damar Hamlin. He's actually in hospital, I believe.
In a critical condition.
He's cardiac. I think this morning cardiac arrest he had. He is, as far as I'm aware. I've not been on the social media this morning at all, really, because I've been doing videos with Matisse. But as far as I'm aware, he's still alive and he's critical condition. Best wishes and fingers crossed for him. Felix with a member for 2 years, bro. He got that gold badge.
He's got the gold badge, yes.
Says, who got robbed more? Barcelona when buying Ferran Torres or Jordi Pordy getting a beard transplant. Man bought a beard and still doesn't. He got that Alibaba beard, bro.
Lad,
what happened, bro?
What are you on about? You say what happened. You know the situation, bro. You know how it works.
That's funny. That's a funny comment.
Yeah, that is funny. It's funny. People always ask me this as well. Where's your beard? Have you ever grown a beard in like 3 weeks? Also, all the hairs had to fall out first, innit? They all have to fall out first and then regrow, innit? That's what happens, innit?
So effectively, beards soon come, Felix, bro.
3 months. 3 months to see first sign of growth, and it's been a month. So allow it, innit?
That was funny, man. Right, let's get into it then, guys. Let's get into some transfer talk, a little bit of juicy position, talking about the wingers. And the first sort of question before we just sort of dive into this, right, is what winger do we need? Do we need a left winger or do we need a right winger, man? Because I thought it was pretty obvious that we needed a right winger, but I've seen bare people throwing out left wingers, bro. What are you saying?
I actually don't know, bro. I actually don't know. I think it's gonna be. We have to look at both sides. We have to full send
both. Or?
No. I don't think we need two. Like I think that's a bit heavy. But I think we need to look at both sides of things. Like we need to assess options of left wing, assess options for right wing, and see what works best for the team. So I'm kind of open to it. I'm not like saying, oh, we definitely need a left winger, or we definitely need a right winger. Like I just think we need a winger, basically. A bit versatile. It'd be good, isn't it? Someone who could play both sides.
Yeah, Leroy Sané.
Leroy Sané. Yeah,
it's all right. Fair dues. For me, I'm still backing the right winger driller, guys. I'm not as flexible as Jordan and some people in the chat. I see like Mamare. I see a few other people saying we need someone who can play both. I'm not as flexible. I think we do need a right winger. There is a poll in the chat, by the way, who is slightly just edging out the right wing, but to be fair, I didn't put both as an option. So, I mean, let's start off with a right winger then, because that's where I think we need. So, obviously, you got to look at the type of profile of the player that you actually want. Now, this might be boring because I say it every single time, but I'm going to say it again. The player I want is someone that is fast, has decent ball control, right-footed, and has good delivery into the penalty area. Things that I would like to see, maybe a bit of skill. This really should be in the first bit, but you need to be prolific in front of goal. If we remember someone like a Raheem Sterling, how many chances he missed in front of goal. Like I'd kind of like someone who backs himself in front of goal, so I'm not shitting myself every time they go through, because they will get chances. And someone maybe who isn't nearing their end of the career, like maybe under 29 for me is an absolute must. Ideally under sort of 28, so you're getting a good 5 years out of them. So that's what I'm sort of looking for. So Kwandi in the chat says this is Leao, but Leao typically does play on the left-hand side. So this would be
Leao is a left winger.
He is, but he does meet the other criteria. Now the question mark over Leao is: are you able to get Leao in and then basically swap him onto the right-hand side? Is it as simple as, oh, mate, you're not playing left wing anymore, you're now playing right wing?
Yeah, is it that simple to just switch sides for him? Or is that not a thing? Like, obviously we don't know, innit? And I guess it all depends on him, whether he sees himself as a left winger, he prefers to play on the left or whatever. Zoheeb just put in the chat, said, forget Leao, he's not coming. My man's been saying it for about 3 months that Leao's definitely going to Man City. He's been giving it the bacon.
Will Coleridge says FIFA development plan, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, FIFA development plan, yeah.
7 times. 5 times, sorry, as a right winger, according to Transfer Mark. So he really doesn't play on the right-hand side. And obviously, he gets decent amount of goals, you know what I mean? He's always getting a fair amount of goals. The question is, would he accept that? Because he'd have to become more of a team player, because, you know, right now he's getting goals, he's getting assists. If he's out on that right-hand side, obviously he'll still get assists, but his goal involvements, well, you could say his goal involvements will drop, but then we're a more creative team and a better team, so maybe they'll go up. Who knows? I think Rafael, though, is one of them players that, like, I've seen him a few times. He's not impressed me that much whenever I've seen him. However, to be fair, I've only seen him play a few times. I've also only ever seen him play on the left-hand side, which is not what I'm looking for.
I've also seen like literally bit parts of matches. Like I've never seen like a full game. I've never seen a full 90 minutes with Leao in the team.
Yeah, I'd also say that on the flip side, he is attainable. He runs out of contract next season.
Well, that's where this comes into a little bit of a rocky bit now. Because
don't talk to me about rocks, bro.
Is he a
smooth transfer?
Well, apparently, AC Milan have just offered him a new contract. So this is where it could get complicated, because if Leao signs a new deal, if he signs this new contract, then the City move is in the bin.
Yeah, but how many times this isn't the first time they've offered him a contract, right? Like they've been offering him a contract for the last 2 years.
Well, yeah. So he just put from Demartio. He said confidence is going for AC Milan regarding the renewal of Rafael Leao. The player wants to stay, and the club have made a new offer of $7 million a year.
At the end of the day, if City go to him now and say, "Don't sign that contract, we're coming for you in the summer."
That's it. City needs to get the head turning on. You know what I mean? They need to try to turn the guy's head in it. But I'd say if the player does want to stay as well, but then I don't know, innit? I don't know why. Maybe you don't want it, but it's that's a massive blow, that hearing that, because Rafael Leao was kind of just the one. Like, if we couldn't find a right winger like who fits the profile, Rafael Leao was just it.
Yeah, it is and it isn't for me. Like, I think I'm more gutted because he's an option, and if he does sign a contract, then that's another player that we're not able to get. So there we go. Leao, he obviously is an option. If he signs that contract, then say goodnight. He's then off the list, but we'll have to see. Another player that potentially could play on that right hand side, he does play on that right hand side, is Jeremy Doku. Plays for Stade Rennais in France. He's 20 years old, right winger, right footed. So that's nice. Contracted until 2025, so only 2 years left on his contract. So not the biggest contract in the world. Should be fairly attainable. A lot of people say he's a decent player and definitely one for the future. My question about Doku, and I don't really know because I don't even know if I've ever seen him play other than probably highlight clips, is he good enough? Like, say, people say he's one for the future. Is he good enough for the now? I think we need a winger for the now, not for the future.
Yeah, well, this guy doesn't fit the bill anyway because of his finishing. Guy ain't good at it in front of goal. Ain't no killer.
0 goals all season, but to be fair, he's not really played that much.
0
he's
goals
not playing that much for
Rene.
Rene. Like, what's going on there? He's not playing that much for Stade Rene.
He doesn't start for Belgium. He did have a good Euros actually when he was at Belgium when I seen him play there. But Doku just I don't think he's it right now. Like, unfortunately, it's someone that people have always mentioned in our streams. People have always mentioned, but it's just at this moment in time. I think Doku might be also put in the bin pile. And I think there's another option here which people always say over Jeremy Doku, and it's someone that Big Steve I think likes as well. I think Big Steve likes him. Moussa Diaby, for playing for Leverkusen. However, he's a left winger, and this is where the question comes in of who you want where, innit? Because
actually, bro, he's this season he's played predominantly on the right hand side.
Oh, is it? That's decent.
Yeah, he's played inverted on the right.
He's left-footed, so then that kind of goes back into that cutback season. But he would have the pace. So maybe Diaby is one. I think he should be on a list somewhere at Manchester City of wingers.
Decent goal return as well. There, he's got a good goal return.
So
might have to scout this guy.
Yeah, I think at this moment in time, out of the ones that we spoke about so far, if obviously Leao, I'm just going to go with at the moment. Leao is looking likely to sign a new contract. Jeremy Doku isn't it right now. Diaby, I think he would be a realistic option for City. I don't know how I don't know how much he cost. I think he might rinse us, innit? A bit spenny.
2 years left on his contract. Does he have a release clause? These are all questions that we probably have to find out. But 2 years left on his contract, unless Leverkusen demand a release clause, which I don't know what it is, then you'd like to think you can get him for a relatively decent price. But again, not sure. I've got a couple of super chats coming here. Chase, yes, with a 2 says Leao and Sane left wing. Jack to midfield, Phil, Palmer and Mahrez right wing. Okay, I'd
love to see Jack Grealish in the midfield, just to try it, just to see what go on. I'd love to see it.
Harsh says Somerville has Premier League experience, should come for him.
Obviously, he's the Donny from Leeds, is it? Is it Leeds?
Yeah. He's been doing all right this season, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And Dami with the 5 says Dembele can feed Haaland better than Mahrez. Ousmane Dembele at Barcelona.
The only thing with Ousmane Dembele is, hasn't he just signed the new deal?
Yeah, but it's short term.
Oh, it was a short term, yeah, because he wasn't having a good time, innit? And also, he was on cash as well. So, with Ousmane Dembele then, the only thing about Dembele is, he's made of biscuits. Like, he's pure rich tea. The guy...
Fact check that.
The guy, fact check it. I bet he's got about 6 pages on Transfermarkt of, the injuries. The guy just lives in on the injury table. But he does do bits when he plays for Barca. Oh no, because he's bad by your face.
No, it's not actually that bad.
It's
only 1 page, and on the second page it's just one single injury. But he does get injuries, and he gets some bad injuries. 100 days, 40 days, 30 days, 60 days, 200 days, 140 days. He does get some proper bad injuries.
It's like when he gets injured, he's out for a long time.
Also, man, his hamstrings are... What's wrong with his hamstrings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hamstring injuries. He's 25.
So, yeah, that's...
For a guy that relies on his pace, hamstring injuries are bad.
That is biscuits, isn't it? It's biscuits, which is... It's a shame, and it's annoying, really. How long's left on his contract? I say it, but it's not a realistic signing. It's not a realistic signing, but
well, I mean, you say that, but we've got a player that wants to go to Barcelona.
Oh, we do.
And maybe if Barcelona want rid of Dembele in the summer, which obviously I don't know if they do, then maybe City would say, right, well, let's do a deal.
Yeah, maybe that's a shout, actually. An Ousmane Dembele, Bernardo Silva swap deal.
He's very two-footed, which I absolutely love. He's fast. My only issue is in front of goal, he's whack.
Yeah, he's basically Sterling Regen in front of goal.
He's not got that clinicalness.
Do you remember that Liverpool game where he could have put Liverpool firmly in the bin?
Yeah. He's just not got that clinicalness, I'm afraid. And that doesn't mean he doesn't necessarily score goals. I'm pretty sure someone will find a stat and say, he scored this many goals this season, what are you chatting about?
Well, to this season, I've got his stats here. 21 games, 5 goals, 7 assists.
Right. Not great, is it?
It's not, so not saying the world a lot, is it?
No, I mean, I'm looking at his stats. His stats are trash. Which obviously people don't mind about stats, and that's true. You know, I mean, we've got Haaland in the middle, but I do like someone. Basically, it's not the fact that he doesn't really score; it's the fact that I've seen him get chances, and he just doesn't fill me with confidence in front of goal. And ultimately, we've had this for too long. We need players who are killers. We need killers in this side, and he ain't a killer, man. Look, it's one of them. If we're buying him as like a squad player, I back it. But if we're buying him as like you're going to be starting week in, week out, I'd be a little bit like, I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit way about it. Don't be that guy with a 10 says City need pace and skill on the wings. That's something actually that Dembele would bring.
Yeah, it does have,
yeah. Grealish, Foden and Mahrez, don't bring that. We need to improvise. Time for Palmer and Cancelo? Question mark. Rico Lewis gives us flexibility to move Cancelo where he's needed. So I don't know. I don't know about that though, because I think Cancelo should be playing as left back for us, not right back for us. Do you know what I mean? So there's no real flexibility in our left back position at this moment in time. Well, as soon as Cancelo's fit, he should be starting. So yeah, I think it is a way. And as well, to be fair, Foden and Mahrez got a bit of skill about him. Like
Foden has loads of skill. Yeah, he's pacey as well.
Yeah, so I think Foden should be taken off that list. I think, and Mahrez can beat a man. And we know Grealish can't really beat a man.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But
Dixon says, "How about shifting Foden to midfield and playing Leao, Sané, and left wing?" Jeez, I mean that's not going to happen, Dixon. We're not going to sign Leao and Sané.
No, you put a slash in it, like Leao or Sané.
Oh, right, my bad. And at right wing, give 6 months to Palmer and judge him. Mahrez, Foden, Alvarez as right wing backups. Well, first of all, on the first point, I do think we need to see Foden in midfield at some point. Like this is his position. He needs to play at some point and see what he's about. Leroy Sané or Leao in left wing, I'll send me back. I think that's decent. At right wing, give 6 months to Palmer. The problem with that is, you ain't got no one who can play on that right hand side who's right footed unless you signed Leao and then swapped him halfway.
Swapped him, to the other side. So we'll move on from Ousmane Dembele, although it's one that City could potentially look at. You know what I mean? So far we've been through Leao, who is an option unless signs that new deal. Right, so he is there. He's thereabouts, but the new deal thing kind of kills it. Doku, we've said basically in the bin. Then is it just Ousmane Dembele after that? Oh no, Moussa Diaby. We said he's one. Ousmane Dembele potentially, if you wanted to do a swap deal with Bernardo Silva, however, injury worries and concerns about his finishing.
The Dembele one is a really interesting one because it'd either be a massive hit or it'd be a massive miss.
Yeah. It's a massive risk from City because it is just a massive risk. It is just a massive risk. We did have that Saka link. Yeah, we did have that Saka link. I think that's in the bin.
He's another inverted player. I need a different thing on that right hand side.
Okay, bro. I've got one for you. Adama Traore.
Oh God, no!
For people, I've seen people in the chat saying, "Why is Adama in the thumbnail?" I just put him in because I thought it'd be funny, and it's funny to throw players. I remember when we did a sign in a right back stream once, and I put Trent in there, and the Liverpool fans were in the chat like fuming. Like, why do you think you could get him? No, we don't think that.
Yeah, I have no comment to make on Adama Traore.
Nah, he ain't it. The guy is a big buff daddy in it, but he ain't no footballer, bro.
He ain't that right.
Man's got like FIFA on manual passing. His passing's all over the gaff. Although he went to Barca, and I remember like in the first 2 games for Barca, people were like, "Oh, Dama might actually be doing bits," and then he just didn't do anything after that.
Yeah, he just didn't do anything. Right, let's move on from him. I've got a player. And it's this guy, Federico Chiesa.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Chiesa, it's a weird one because he got injured, innit? So his career kind of stalled after that Euros because he had a really, really, really good Euros as well. He looked sick.
He is back now.
Yeah. But what is his situation now? So he's a right winger. He's right footed, so he does fit that bill. He's only made 2 appearances so far this season. In Syria. I'm not sure if he's done any in the Champions League or not. But 2 appearances and 1 assist out, I must add. That's good.
50% hit record, bro.
Yeah, good return there. I actually really like this guy.
Chase, oh well, mate, I absolutely love Chiesa. I think he's absolutely sick.
I actually think, I genuinely think, I actually like him. And also, Chiesa. If we signed him, bro, that'd go straight on the soundboard. Like, every time he scored, bro. It's just a weird one. Maybe Bernardo Silva might want to go Juventus. You might see that as a thing, but then again, or maybe Juventus have to sell all the players because they get absolutely put in the bin by this investigation and they get relegated again. Because that is a legit possibility, isn't it? Like they're getting like dusted, aren't they? That's why Nedved and that left. So
that's why your club needs to be clean,
like ours. the cleanest club. The cleanest club. We have nothing dodgy about us at all. Just don't sign into my emails, please. I like Chaser. I'd pick him. I think, you know what I mean. Plays right wing.
Obviously, there's a lot of things that have to happen for the Chiesa thing to be available. First of all, he has to come back from this injury and play well. He's been out for a year. So he has to come back from this injury and his next 6 months play well, which is difficult because he's been out for a year. So he's probably not going to come back and absolutely slam it. So it will be interesting to see how he gets on in the next sort of 5 months. But if he does well, I think he's a perfect pet player. He works incredibly hard. He works the channels well. He loves to press. He's good on the ball. He loves an assist. He's only 25, so loads of development time there. He's only contracted until 2025. But there's a massive, massive but. He has to come back, and in this next 5 months, he has to show that he's able to recover from the injury that he had, because he had a horrific injury, cruciate ligament injury. It was out for a long, long time. In total, he was out for 269 days. You know what I mean? Plus, like he's still never properly come back from there because he's had fitness issues. So it is going to take him a while. But if he has a good 5 months, maybe it's an option. And as you said, if Juve are interested in Bernardo, I think Bernardo could obviously, we've said this about Dembele, maybe Bernardo is sort of like almost the key, because no one's paying the money for Bernardo. So maybe it's going to have to be some sort of swap deal. Obviously, we've seen City do swap deal before, so I don't know, did it with Juventus, funny enough. So maybe this is actually something that could be a thing. Yeah,
I guess it all depends on what's going on with the actual club in it. But like I say, that there is an option. While you're in with 179 says Chiesa Kvaratskhelia would be so amazing for us if Rafael is a no-go. He's someone, we'll definitely have to, we'll speak about him in a sec. Hamadness with a 729 says Vincenzo Grifo or Geraldo Becker. Was you reading them looking for baits? Because I was.
I just never heard of him. I knew it was like bait.
Highly unlikely. I have no idea who either of these people are.
Are these real players?
Are these FIFA regens, lad?
Who are these, man?
I ain't ever heard of these two. Maybe we just ain't got that knowledge, innit? we need that madness knowledge. And Courtney, yes, Courtney with the two. Yes, I appreciate your super chat. Apparently Griefo's 29 years old, so that's a rip. Nah. Cakey, Philip says in the chat, I think that ship sailed, unless he comes back and absolutely smashes it.
Should we talk about Kvaratskhelia?
Yeah, we should.
Can't buy him, can't afford him, we'll never deal business with Napoli, let's move on.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Which is a real shame because he's absolutely class. Like, my God, the way that you watch him, 2-footed player. I think he could play almost anywhere on the football pitch in an attacking role. I think he could play left wing, right wing. I think he could play attacking midfielder. I just think that playing the 8, he's just so good, man. He's just a brilliant player. He's got the know-how, he's got the technical ability, he's got the brain for it. And I just think, I'm just gutted, man. I'm just gutted. If this guy was at any other football club than Napoli, I'd be full sending it. But I do not have the emotional capacity to invest my stonks into Kvaratskhelia again. Like, I can't do it, bro. I can't do it.
The thing is, it's just not going to happen. It's just not. Like, if it was a thing, then yeah, love it. But it's not. We do not deal with Napoli. Which is just not a thing. And people are like, but City can fix it. Nah, they can't. They can't. And I'm pretty sure De Laurentiis hates us now as well. After the Koulibaly situation, De Laurentiis came out and was like, I will never deal with Man City again. And I'm not surprised. City, when we were going for Koulibaly, literally should have just said, yo, let's just fucking settle this. Because De Laurentiis wanted to. Let's just settle this and not have a third man in between. Like, it was such a stupid idea. It was so bad, that transfer. And, never burn your bridges. It's business.
It is a shame, man, because Kvaratskhelia would be perfect for Pep Guardiola. The way he plays and moves with the ball, I think it'd be awesome. But it's not going to happen, guys. He's only just signed a contract at Napoli, 2027. Nah, say goodbye to that one. Courtney with the 2 says Kingsley Coleman at Bayern. What you reckon? I think Coleman would be a perfect option for Manchester City. He's had his injury problems at times, but I think he'd be absolutely perfect for us. I think the way he plays would suit our style. Very, very experienced. A couple of issues. Contracted until 2027. It's going to cost him a lot. It's cost you a lot of money to get him out. He does have a fair few injuries as well, which you have to contend with. But he is a brilliant player, and if there is an ability to get him out of the football club, then I would be looking to get him.
I got a question for you. What would be more expensive, given the current form, getting Leroy Sané out of Bayern Munich or getting Kingsley Coleman out of Bayern Munich?
Probably. I don't know really, because Sané's only contracted until 2025, I believe. So obviously his contract's running down. Coleman's 2027, but Sané's obviously slamming, which is obviously why you included the form bit in there. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what Bayern are thinking. Who are their wingers? Yeah, I mean, obviously they just signed Serge Gnabry on a deal as well.
They got Mane, but he's now a striker in it from.
Mane's a striker.
It's a weird one because Sané's stats this year, played 19 games, scored 10 goals, and he's got 6 assists. Oh, and he's played left wing and right wing. Mate, just give this guy Erling Haaland, mate. Bring him.
And actually, in a couple of the matches, they played Coleman, Sané, and Gnabry in behind.
In behind mine. That's pretty sick.
They're managing to get them all in there, and of course, they do have Musiala as well, who's playing a little bit sort of deeper, who gets forward. So maybe they're not even willing to sell any of them. I don't know. Maybe
that's the thing. Maybe it's just not a thing because with Sané actually slamming now, maybe he'd be more likely to just stay anyway. Craig Party Time says Sané's no longer the same player, and I thought that, but he's absolutely slamming this year.
But he's not the same player as what we had.
No,
That
definitely
doesn't mean he's
not.
gone worse. He's just not the same.
Yeah,
as what
he's
we
not.
had.
Yeah, no, he's right in that sense. He's right in that sense. So I think Kingsley Coleman would be one that maybe City might go in for. Sane, he's just a dream that everyone wants to go in for, or most people want us to go in for. A weird one, bro, which I've just seen a few people say in the chat, right? Zaha. Skillful, can beat a man, got in front of goal.
Yes. I agree with everything you said.
Contract up at the end of this year.
Yeah. And therefore, because he'd be a free transfer, I wouldn't really have a massive issue with him being 30, which some people might.
You can outweigh it. Like, it's a weird one, isn't it?
I don't know about it, man. I don't know.
There is something about it, isn't there? There's something that
there is,
that
and
stinks.
especially with it being a free transfer. You know, you can see the attraction there, but no.
A lot of people in the chat are saying attitude issues, and yeah, maybe that is something
and
that
this
he will want to
season
bring
he
in.
has been having a pop a few times. I've seen him on interviews having a bit of a pop at the manager. Or the team.
Oh, bro, imagine Zaha. He'd be slating Pep every week.
I know. I just don't understand why we do this. Why does he change it up?
I don't understand why I come on and play left back. I just don't get it. Like that's what he'd be saying.
I know. So yeah, semi-decent option, guys. Decent shout, but yeah, probably not one that I'm going to go for. Jugger says, "What happens if we play two forwards?" We have discussed that before. Very interesting. It's probably another one, a separate stream for that, bro. But I would like to see us get Alvarez and Haaland in the team at some point. Hamadna says, "Armand Loriente, very underrated. Can play right wing or left wing." Yeah, man, seen him pure times. I think he's sick. Get him in. I'd back that now. I'm not joking.
Again, Hamadness, you're moving mad. You're moving hamad.
Yeah, it's his name. He's justifying his name, bro. That's why he's moving hamad.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, innit? You're definitely on regen list. You're on the FIFA automatic regens. You are not giving us real players, I promise.
Book A with a 5 says we need wingers that create chances through movement. We have amazing passes, but the only players with good movement is Haaland. Yeah, I agree, and this is why speed comes into it. Your speed, your movement is generally better because your mate runs in behind, whereas we don't really have that at the moment. I've got a player that is 1 right-footed.
Okay.
2 24 years old.
Okay.
3 1 year left on his contract.
Ooh.
4
That's 4.
I'm just gonna keep going this over now. A player that I really, really like. 5 should be easily obtainable.
Oh, easy to get.
Yeah. Well, he's got 1 year left on his deal, and it should be a fairly straightforward deal to do. 6, a player that would suit Manchester City Football Club.
Okay.
7, a player that would suit Pep Guardiola.
Anyone guessed it yet? He's running out. Is it Mbappe?
No, it's not Mbappe, pal.
I'll
give you one more.
Is it Dani Olmo?
It is Dani Olmo.
Yes, Shardle, mate. Shardle with a Dani Olmo.
Yeah,
I don't actually know if Shardle guessed it because Shardle just keeps coming in the chat and spamming. He's been spamming Dani Olmo for about 10 minutes, so I don't actually know if he guessed it.
Right. Okay, well, Dani Olmo, listen. I really like the way he plays.
I like Dani Olmo. I think he's sick.
And he's not slow. He's not the fastest player in the world, but I just think that the way he plays would suit our football team a lot. And he can play left and he can play on the right. He's very good technically. He'd be cheap.
Where's Dani Olmo at? Leipzig?
Yeah.
It's such a...
How sick was he in the World Cup? He's probably Spain's best player.
He was mint. Every time I've seen him, he's been mint.
He was probably Spain's best player. He was absolutely incredible on that left-hand side.
The only thing I don't like about it is, in my mind, I've got like this fast-paced winger. But you know what I mean? I can't create this player in my head. Like I can't just create a player. be a pro. I can't do that, innit? Like, I'd love to have a fast paced winger running in behind, Kev putting balls in behind for him. He cross it in for a tap in for Erling Haaland. Mm-hmm. That's the ideal world, that. And then just, you know what I mean, do that every week. So, Xavier says Raz. And Dani Olmo just doesn't fit the pacey bill. But I am with you in the sense of I really like Dani Olmo. Like, put it this way, if we were to sign Dani Olmo, I would not be unhappy because I'd be like, this guy's sick. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it is what it is. Dammy with a 5 says, with Barcelona having financial problems due to their Champions League exit, we could see them wanting to sell this summer. Well, to be fair, they're going to have to pay off them debts somehow. I mean, they've got to do something somehow. Obviously, they activated all them levers. It just depends if they can activate any more levers or not. But yeah, so that's why. Do you know what I mean? Dembele being in there could be a potential. MCFC Jugger with a 6 says, buy Gvardiol and put him as a left winger. It's fair, is Gvardiol fast? I think he's got a little bit of pace about him. Yeah,
like standard sort of pace, isn't it?
God is real. You just mentioned something. Obviously, I know you directed it, LB, but you have just mentioned something that a lot of people have said. Who's another name on the list? Well, on this imaginary list is Matoma from Brighton. Loads of people are saying him.
I mean, it's good. There's players everywhere. You know what I mean? There's players everywhere. Players in the club. But the facts are, we need to go and get one. Yo, I got the stats here. I got the stats.
Who? Dani Olmo?
Foot bin driller.
Foot bin. Right? The FIFA site.
Foot bin. Yeah. Right. Listen to this. Yeah. We're going basic. What I've searched is right. Gold cards. Left wing. Right
gold
wing.
Cards. Yeah. Not gold rare cards. Yeah.
And the pace over 84. Right. These are all the players, yeah.
What's the highest rated?
Mbappe.
Right, okay.
He can play on the wing. Salah, Neymar.
See, oh yeah, Neymar. Someone mentioned Neymar before.
Are you back a Neymar driller or not?
Previously, no. He had just got a red card as well. Did he get a red card for diving like a couple of days ago? That's peak Neymar. He is 30, so he doesn't fit the age bill. But I don't know if Bernardo wanted to go. You know what I mean.
Who else we got, man? Raheem Sterling.
Oh yeah, that's Coleman. A great shout. Let's go get Raheem.
Federico Chiesa, mate. The Chiesa. Sane, Diaby, Leao. Who else is on there that we know?
I love how all the. What about? Oh, I just seen him then, but it's gone out of my head. No mind, carry on.
That's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. Like, everyone else is kind of dead still.
Koji in the chat. Yeah, I've seen you say that. You've said this quite a lot now, mate. Shardle, mate. It's not that urgent. You don't have to spam it that many times. Like, man's on a copy and paste thing. Like, you've been doing it for hours. Like, we've been live for 45 minutes, and every time you come out of timeout, you just spam a name. It's not that deep. I actually have one. Oh yeah, Kolo Muani. The guy who played for France in the World Cup. People are saying him.
Yeah.
I don't. Honestly, that's the first time I've ever seen him, bro, in the World Cup.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know nothing about him. What a fake fan.
I don't even know, man. You know, I genuinely don't even know.
Y'all are just asking us questions like y'all for it. Like the chat is just going wild with names. No one's even saying anything like that. It's like everyone's just throwing names at us, and I'm just like I don't know what to do with these names. Like Hamadness is sending me head west because he's giving me like FIFA regen names. Speaking of which, Hamadness does say Trossard from Brighton. I really like Trossard. I think he's mint. I actually think he's mint. And he says contract expiring at the end of this season. Free driller.
Stinks Liverpool.
Oh yeah, that actually does stink Liverpool. But no, they've got too many heads now, innit? Got Gakpo. By the way, Jack, and maybe you, bro, can you confirm this? Cody Gakpo, obviously, he's ditched United and signed for Liverpool. Is he joining in January?
Wait, Yeah, he's joined, yeah.
Cody Gakpo, yeah. I was unsure if it was like a summer deal, like they're just done early.
No, he's
That's pretty mad,
signed,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty mad, that. I didn't know. Aaron the Brit says, let's get Bale. Xavi Simmons. I don't think we'd get him.
We should go bold on Kvaratskhelia, says Jugger. But we're just
I don't
not
know.
away.
I don't know how bold we'd have to go, man. But you know what we'd have to do? We'd have to get we'd have to get Caldoon's, like, do you know what I mean? We're gonna have to get Caldoon to go get like some secret agents and that, and go dig up some dirt on De Laurentiis, get some pictures in that he don't want leaking, iCloud hacks, and then and yeah, threaten to leak them. I mean, a bit of blackmail. We kidnapped Messi once, so what's a bit of blackmail? I mean,
Paratosh, member for 19 months. Yes, bro. Thanks for the support. Says we should get someone like Sane. Would be great to have him in a 4-2-2-2 with Haaland and Alvarez up top, and Sane and Foden as attacking mids. De Bruyne can play a little bit deeper. Yeah, fairs. Back it. That's probably a good way of getting Haaland and Alvarez both in the team. 4-2-2-2.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go, man. I don't even know. Like, we're in a weird situation.
It is.
We need someone.
M Dopo with a 2 says, say it with me, Leroy Aziz Sane. And he's got the force.
The thing is, right, that there are players that we can get that are relatively cheap in comparison to other players. So, like, if you look at Kvaratskhelia, I don't think you're getting him out of Napoli for anything less than 100 mil. I think you could get Sane potentially out of Bayern if he said he wants to leave for 60 mil. Yeah, because he's only got 2 years left on his contract. I think there'll be some good, they only paid 30 mil for Mane. We'd done him a deal with Sane. I think we could get him for a decent price if we wanted him back. Coleman, again, if they wanted him to leave or was happy for him to leave, potentially. Gnabry, again, you're not going to be paying that much money. So there are plenty of players. Leao, only 1 year after his deal.
Depending on...
unless he signs a new one. There are players that we can get that aren't that expensive.
Yeah, like... I think Gnabry's got Martin Petrov.
Even Dembele's not the stupidest shout in the world. It's just that, like Sterling, accept it when he misses a shot from 5 yards out. Like, that's the driller.
Bro, you've got like
who's going Chelsea.
You've got like a super fan in the chat, bro. An absolute super fan. He says, LB, we're coming for you.
JY. Yeah.
Giant Arsenal went to the chat. Do you know this person?
They're an Arsenal fan, isn't it?
Yeah, they're definitely an Arsenal fan. He said Arsenal into the chat about 3 million times already.
Yeah. Doper, and Nkunku's going Chelsea.
Yeah, he's already in the bin. Oh yeah, Jugger, mate, with a 6. He says, what about Felix? Can he play left wing or right wing? I think he can, but...
Ain't my winger.
I hate my winger. There was a thing that came out yesterday that said that basically Felix is a no-go.
Good.
Plus, we'd have to spend like 100 million on him. Which is
apparently we want to do a little coupon code.
Oh, is it? Maybe Bernardo can be a coupon, an extra coupon code, isn't it? Like extra discount.
But still, I don't want him anyway. So
yeah, Morale says Mikel or Yarzabal. I swear we get linked with Yarzabal every year of ever. That ain't it. Yeah. Boy Ken says Almiron. Yeah, let's go get Almiron.
Oh my god, that would wind up the Newcastle fans so much. That would be hilarious. But no, it's
but we can't.
He's a one-season wonder, man.
We can't do that. We can't do that. Criminez, Criminez is one.
What about Valverde?
Oh yeah, meant to say it before Valverde.
This guy would be perfect for Manchester City Football Club.
The only issue is, would Real Madrid want to sell him?
Absolutely not.
He's incredible.
No chance.
I just think it ain't it. It's impossible.
It's a dream.
Ben Yedda says Correa. Is that guy who played for Argentina? Am I thinking of someone else?
Nah, no chance. No chances.
Not a chance.
Nathan says Dembele, Bernardo swap deal. Yeah, I could see that.
I can legit see that. That is something that I could see Manchester City doing.
I could 100% see that. But I'd want big cash. Chat, what cash you want?
What
So we
cash you
give them
want?
Bernardo.
Yeah.
They give us Dembele. How much cash you want? This is the big question. How much cash you want, bro?
Musiala, no, mate. That's not possible. How much cash? 40, I see a lot of 40 millions. I was trying to think about 50 million, but then maybe they'd just go, we'd rather just pay the 60 million. I think 40 million in Bernardo.
I think 40 mil.
40 million. I think that sounds about right.
I think 40 million plus Bernardo, and we get Dembele. I think that's fairs. That's your winger sorted out. That's your
winger sorted out. Your Bernardo situation
your 40 million gets you your left back.
Yeah.
So that's free.
And then you
just
spend the rest on Jude Bellingham.
Yeah. I could fully see that. Christos with a 2 says Rashford, anyone. We can rejuvenate his career, lol. You know what, Christos?
He's not going to leave United, him.
I would 100% agree with you that we could rejuvenate his career, and I think he would be absolutely excellent, but nah, it ain't happening.
I actually think Rashford would be unreal at City, but I think he'd never leave. Unfortunately. Leao, we spoke about Leao at the beginning. Like I say, if he doesn't sign that new contract, then it's all good. But apparently, according to Di Marzio, he does want to stay at AC Milan. But maybe he's just saying that. Maybe his agent's like, tell everyone you want to stay. Let's get some offers in. Let's make the club start sweating a little bit. So I don't know. I still think Leao is probably the most realistic.
When nobody bids for him and he has to stay at AC Milan next year, he's like, why am I still here? And the guy was like, because you said you wanted to stay.
Yeah, you told everybody you wanted to stay.
He's like, no, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean I wanted to stay.
Yeah.
I meant I didn't want to stay. I thought everyone knew what I meant.
What ball the piss and go for Luis Diaz? I like Luis Diaz, but that ain't happening. United give us Sancho back. Nah, I don't think that's the one like Pep won't entertain again.
No chance.
I just check. Heung-min Son, bro. What are you saying? 30 years old, I think.
He's not falling off this year. I'm pretty sure he's falling off.
He's in the bin this year. He scored a hat-trick against Leicester, didn't he? But other than that...
Yeah, no, Leicester. No, I'm saying, guy's falling off this year. 30 years old, scored 3 goals in 15 matches. He's 20 goals behind where he needs 20 goals in the rest of the season to match last season. Yeah, he's fallen off. I wouldn't touch anyone at Spurs, man. At the moment, I feel like they're all infected, man.
Daniel Levy disease, isn't it?
Yeah,
also, we won't be able to sign him anyway, bro, because Levy won't pick up the phone.
That's truth. So yeah, that's the truth.
Oh yeah, Lazuli, mate. You know Son is gonna score on us. Yeah, he's gonna dunk on us hard, mate. Yeah, he'll roast us. It's given, innit, that he scores against us.
Right. To wrap up, I'm going to do a poll in the chat. Right. So we're going to put number 1 priority winger. Right. So who should I put in, bro? Leao. I'm not going to put Kvaratskhelia in because we're never going to get him.
It's not, innit?
Leao.
It's Jai, mate.
Sane. He's only got 2 years left in his contract. I know it sounds stupid, but there didn't seem to be any sort of bad blood between the manager and the player. And he has been hanging around in Manchester for a bit.
I think put Sane on it. I think put
Sane. Yeah. Leao Sane, yeah.
Leao Sane, Diaby, maybe. It's a weird one, Diaby, though, isn't it? It's not exciting. Dembele, Bernardo swap, maybe.
Dembele. Yeah. And then who else? Diaby. You want me to do Diaby?
Oh no, innit? People say yes, Diaby.
Diaby, you want Diaby as the 4th choice? You can only have 4s. Mudryk looks like... Yeah, I don't think we're going to get Mudryk, bro. I think... Is he not going Arsenal or something? Borges ain't happening, bro. Something's happened there, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's in the bin, that Borges.
I'll do Diaby, man. I'll do Diaby.
Minute, yeah.
Right, guys. Poll is in the chat. Go to the chat section. Vote for who you think City's number 1 priority should be. For the winger out of the 4 there. Obviously, another are 3 other players. We can only do 4 options on the YouTube poll, which is kind of weird. Like, I would have thought they would have let you do more by now, but that's YouTube.
Just don't allow it, innit?
It does it. Yeah, he's going to have to do more. Bukayo Saka, He's inverted. Don't really want him on that right hand side.
Also won't leave Arsenal.
Yeah, also probably won't leave Arsenal. Messi.
Messi. I reckon Messi will end up signing that. I'm sure there's a rumour of him signing a new 1 year deal at PSG. I reckon he'll end up doing that. I don't think he's going to want to move again.
Yeah, we got 200 votes on the poll. There's over 500 people in here, guys, so make sure you vote on the poll. We'll come back to it in just a second. Just a reminder of what's coming up later on tonight. We'll be live at 7 o'clock with another stream talking all things City, so make sure you get in that later on. And then at 7:45, we're going to be watching Arsenal take on Newcastle in what is a huge, huge game in the race for the Premier League. We kind of want Newcastle to win, but if Newcastle win, then we do actually temporarily go third, even though we would have a couple of games in hand over them. It's going to be a massive one. It'll be open to everyone. It will be members-only chat, so if you want to get active in there, link is in the description if you want to join the Xtra Club. Help support the channel. Get a free member chat every month, and obviously get a badge in the chat there to show your support and help grow the channel. So yeah, massive night. What day is it today? Tuesday.
Tuesday, we play Thursday.
City up on Thursday, man. By the way, Xtra Club members, just a reminder, if you missed it at the start, I did a video with Matisse. There's 2 videos. One's up for everyone, and I've done a members only video as well, where we talk about the title race, the top 4 race, relegation, Carabao Cup, and the Champions League. So it's a big one for you. But if you have a look at this poll, 273 votes right now, so there's still plenty of time. However, it does look quite conclusive, to be honest. I don't think the people in the chat who haven't yet voted can really affect this. That's why you got to get your votes in early, guys, because it looks like Rafael Leao, with 52% of the vote, is your choice for number 1 priority winger.
He's a designated driver, isn't he?
He's a designated driver, bro.
He's the one, bro. Rafael Leao is the one. Hopefully, we just got to hope that this new deal thing ain't real, innit, and he doesn't sign it.
Just to keep it as an option as well, do you know what I mean? Like, even if we don't end up going to him, yeah, it's just a madness. It's just pure crazy. Kvaratskhelia is great, Pang, but you're not going to get him.
Yeah, so, it's just not happening, is it?
Leao is overrated, says Gio Matt. Yeah, I mean, I probably agree with based on what I've seen.
I'm still not convinced by Leao. People are like, "Whoa, what do you mean he's sick?" But I've not seen enough of him.
Yeah. Right, cool. We will be back at 7 p.m, guys. Set your timers, innit? You know what I mean? It's going to be a big night of football. Strap in. Arsenal versus Newcastle, live watch along, 7:45. Make sure you be there. It's a huge game in the battle for the title, guys. So make sure you join us. It's got huge implications for Man City. So we've got to watch it. And I guess enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you drop a like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you later at 7 p.m. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.